Then I got him killed. My partner. My soldier. My fault.
I recently rewatched Batman Under the Red Hood, and it's still a movie I need to talk about. I'm not going to touch on every little thing, go into too much of artificial detail, because I don't want this video to run for 40 minutes, that's a little too long, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Batman Under the Red Hood is chock full of emotion, character depth, and intricate storytelling. There isn't a single wasted character in this movie. Without Joker, Jason doesn't die, and the Red Hood moniker wouldn't mean as much. Without Ra's al Ghul, Jason would have stayed dead. Without Black Mask, the Joker stays in Arkham. Without Nightwing, we miss out on so much added Bat family aspects. Seeing Bruce as a father and partner to Dick makes you imagine Bruce that way with Jason, which makes what is happening with Batman even more tragic. The flashbacks we do get of Bruce and Jason working as Batman and Robin are really great and pretty fun. They give good insight to how Jason was as Robin. The flashbacks lead up to when Ra's breaks the Joker out of Arkham and proceeds to kill Jason, circling around to the opening of the film in a very concise way. The opening scene sets the tone of this movie perfectly. Joker beating Jason Todd to death with a crowbar. This is one of the most memorable moments in any DC animated movie. It's dark, it's graphic, John DiMaggio is encapsulating the Joker perfectly. It shows that Ra's feels responsible for Jason's current situation. Batman's too late, Jason is blown up and killed by the Joker. I think the scene needed to be as brutal as it was, so even people who weren't familiar with Jason Todd could have some form of emotional attachment toward that character, and in turn immediately have a stronger connection with this version of Batman. He only blamed himself for Jason dying.
Please tell the big man I said hello.
The biggest problem with the movie is probably how they explain Jason's body being taken, mainly that Bruce didn't realize the body everyone saw wasn't an actual human body, but it is believable enough for me that Batman wouldn't be in the right state of mind after losing a close ally, and they even address it so you can't complain too much. So getting most of the Robin stuff out of the way, let's get into Red Hood. Following the epic prologue of the movie is Jason establishing who Red Hood is, what he stands for, and where his motives lie. He doesn't believe in stopping crime, it's not possible, so he's going to control it. I think this is a perfect way of thinking to go up against Batman's, and seeing how differently Jason and Bruce think make everything about the story being told better. Neither of them are really in the wrong on how they think, only how they act. Batman is trying to save Jason from becoming a villain. Jason is trying to get Bruce to see his way of thinking, because of course Red Hood wants nothing more than Batman to kill the Joker.
In a way, Batman, this was the site of your first great failure. Maybe your greatest.
I love that the first time Batman encounters Red Hood, they wind up in Ace Chemicals, and of course there's a flashback with Joker becoming the Joker. It just really puts a stamp on how much Joker affected Jason, and how much he's done to Batman over the years, which is all needed for the climax of this story. The moment between Alfred and Bruce talking about Bruce failing or not failing Jason is yet another great scene. Seeing how much it weighs on Bruce and his humanity shine through adds so much to the film. The conflict between Bruce and Jason is always intriguing. You can look through both lenses and understand at least to a degree. Seeing how he and Jason interact and how they believe differently puts an emphasis on Batman's morality that's needed for this movie. Jason remaining Bruce's greatest failure is also needed for this movie. Jason Todd is a more interesting character to me when he's not being a hero, when he's acting in a sense that Batman is going to challenge. And how have I not mentioned the voice cast yet? The three leads of the film are incredible. Bruce Greenwood is probably my second favorite Batman voice after Kevin Conroy, and John DiMaggio is definitely my favorite Joker voice behind Mark Hamill. This Batman is a grizzled vet with a strong sense of morality and guilt on his conscience. This Joker is the perfect blend of sick, twisted, and sophisticated. Some jokes are actually funny. in an uncomfortable way, which is perfect for the Joker, and Jensen Ackles does phenomenal as Red Hood. The film has easily one of the best voice casts in one of these DC animated movies. The entire B-plot of the gang war between Red Hood and Black Mask is entertaining. It's not really much of a B-plot, it's really good, ties into the story perfectly. Black Mask is both the most entertaining and most ridiculous thing about this movie. He is so over the top, he serves a role but can also serve as comedic relief at times. Overall, he's very entertaining though, and I love that his secretary is the most monotone speaking woman. They counteract one another perfectly. But let's talk about the Joker, the character this entire story is really rotating around. The first scene we see of him after the prologue in the Ace Chemicals flashback is Batman and Nightwing visiting him at Arkham. This being just after seeing Red Hood for the first time, and Joker is phenomenal in this scene. He knows all the buttons to press with Batman, bringing up killing Jason. I love Nightwing's response to Batman slamming Joker against the wall, ready to break something. This is a Joker that wants Batman to cross that line, which is another thing that adds to the movie's status.
You gonna do it this time? Or you're just gonna put me in another body cast for 6 months?
Later on, Black Mask breaks Joker out of Arkham to cut a deal just as Red Hood wanted. The scene in Black Mask's office is perfect. Roman wants Joker to kill Red Hood, ask him if he thinks he can do it, and Joker responds by asking for a glass of water, breaks the glass, stabs a goon, grabs his gun, and kills every Black Mask goon in the room. That being Joker's way of answering a question is brilliant.
I'll need some guys. Not these guys, because, well, they're kinda dead.
Of course, who would have thought Joker turns on Black Mask? He's preparing to light he and his crew on fire. Red Hood shows up and reveals that he arranged for their reunion, and I love that the gears aren't quite turning for Joker at this moment yet. It just further shows how many lives he's taken. Red Hood is going to allow Joker to kill Black Mask and his men, but Batman shows up just in time to extinguish the fire. He grapples Joker with a Batplane, but Red Hood manages to grab him and cut the cable. Red Hood takes Joker to an abandoned building, and the dialogue here is perfect. Just such a well-acted and engaging scene. Jason telling Joker he's something he helped makes, hits how it needs to, and once Red Hood pulls out the crowbar, it is so satisfying.
I'm just something you helped make.
That's pretty cryptic.
I love the parallels shown throughout the movie, the crowbar of course being one, but also Joker being broken out of Arkham. Like, how many times do you gotta break this clown out for you to realize it's not a good idea? I love the parallels, but I also love the contrast. Bruce working with Dick opposed to him with Jason. Red Hood controlling crime opposed to Batman stopping it. Black Mask breaking the Joker out of Arkham opposed to using common sense. Another scene I just want to touch on briefly is the heartbreaking moment where Alfred walks in on Bruce doing the voice match analyst and finding out that Jason is indeed the Red Hood. He drops everything. He has a gasp, and it's just heartbreaking to see Alfred have to witness that. The final fight between Batman and Red Hood is paced extremely well. The change of setting throughout makes it feel grander. The lightning in the background, the dialogue between the two, the chemistry, everything is right, and the shot after Jason removed the Red Hood helmet of his face flashing to Robin as the lightning struck is still a thing of beauty. I love that it's a pretty even matchup until Batman burns Jason's jacket. With gadgets and artillery, Jason is a threat. In a fistfight, he stands no chance against Batman, and they weren't afraid to show that. Batman beats the shit out of him once they are in that old ass bathroom. I love the last thing Batman said before he ended the fight.
You say you want to be better than me, but it won't happen. Not like this!
Now we have reached the end, and we get what I think is one of the greatest Batman scenes ever. A heartfelt, real conversation between Bruce and Jason. Batman apologizes for not being able to save him. That's never what Jason was upset about though. He had already forgiven Bruce for that. He can't forgive Batman for the Joker still being alive. There's a lot of moments that really tug at me a little in this exchange. Jason alluding to Barbara when he says friends he's crippled. The main one though, of course, being, I thought I'd be the last person you ever let him hurt. It's a line that digs deep and you can definitely understand. Jensen Ackles did an excellent job with the inflection and tone of Jason's voice here. Batman telling Jason all he ever wants to do is kill the Joker is great, but the explanation as to why he doesn't kill is so perfect. This is one of the greatest Batman lines ever.
if I allow myself to go down into that place, I'll never come back.
Also, before the conversation got too serious, Joker did have some great lines. Him recommending pictures with themselves and the crowbar was so impressively in character. The script was so good and DiMaggio did so extremely well with it. I need him to come back and voice the character before I die. In an actual film, not whatever Death in the Family was. Jason throws Batman a gun after hearing the reason Bruce doesn't kill. In an attempt to make him do so, he says it's either him or Joker. Choose. Batman drops the gun, turns around to walk away. Jason shoots at him, but Bruce jams the gun with a batarang because he's Batman. Joker's response of celebrating that Batman always finds a way to win is the best. The building is set to blow, and Joker wants to go out with a bang. See, I feel like this fits Joker. I think this would be a satisfying way for him to kill Batman, by killing himself along with him also. Batman manages to get past Joker in under 10 seconds though, and grabs Jason. He mysteriously only finds Joker left in the rubble though. Then the movie ends on a very sad note of Jason's first day as Robin.
This is the best day of my life.
Under the Red Hood is a very bittersweet film, but that's what I love in my movies. It feels real, the story and characters are strong, the voice cast is incredible, everything connects well, and nothing's really left unexplained. The end scene before the flashback, Bruce saying that Jason coming back to life doesn't change anything, is another incredible Batman moment. This is considered the best animated Batman movie, or even best Batman movie period, by many people for a good reason. It's a phenomenal watch that I am always happy to revisit. Undoubtedly, Under the Red Hood is an A+. It's a really strong film, one of the best out there. Some say it is the best out there. Let me know if you're one of those people. If not, let me know what movies you like more than this one down in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.